Hello everyone. This video is a little different than most of my videos. It's a discussion video. It's a response video to a video I just watched that was made by Rob Walker, Let the Music Play. And it's a topic that I kind of have related to a lot, and that's when you make videos here on YouTube or in the VC, and I don't consider myself a VSeer anymore. When I started, it was all VC all the way. Now I'm just a YouTuber who happens to be part of the VC because I have some vinyl. Vinyl community is what VC means. But anyway, I started making videos almost 10 years ago, and in those 10 years, at the very beginning especially, I always thought it was very important to interact with my audience. Now, you know that I try to interact with my audience by having a lot of live streams. Not everybody does that. Not every channel has live discussions, live streams where you can talk one-on-one with your people, either in the comment section or if you're doing StreamYard, sometimes people come on physically, in the corner on camera. But in the beginning, I just want to make it clear that, I definitely know where Rob is coming from, because I always felt it was important, kind of essential, to establish that bond and that connection with your audience, And I remember always making sure, in the early days especially, anytime somebody gave a comment to me and was nice enough to watch my video, nice enough to be interested, excuse me, allergies again, interested enough to, take the time to leave a comment, that I thought it deserved a response and a reply. And I haven't really changed my feeling on that. I still believe, after all these years, that it's very important to me, and that connection is crucial. And if you're nice enough to leave a remark or comment, you deserve a response most of the time, much of the time. I'll get into that a little more as I go. But what I thought might happen one day, and maybe this isn't true for everybody who makes videos, but I found it was true for me, it did happen, was that I became overrun. My channel's become bigger, and as a result of that, I get a lot more comments, and I just can't possibly answer every single comment anymore. Sometimes, I'm at work, working full time, and sometimes I'm spending time with my other half, and sometimes, I'm making videos, sometimes I'm watching videos and movies of my own. There's a lot to do. So what I try to do, the way that I have tried to deal with the situation, is I want everybody to know, when you leave a comment, that at the very least, I've seen your comment. I read every comment. And I'll always put the emoji there, the heart, always give it a like with a heart symbol. And that's so that you know that I appreciate your comment, and that I have indeed seen your comment. At least when you see that, oh, he acknowledges me, and he's aware of my comment. But let's be honest too, besides the fact that as you get more and more people watching your videos and more comments, it gets more and more difficult to answer every single person. Sure, it's easy in the early days when you don't have that many subscribers with that many comments, but I know people that even when they didn't have many comments, they just weren't the type to respond to people. And sometimes that can be a little bit of a turnoff. But let's face it, folks, it gets hard to keep up with it, at least for me. Now, I know there are also people who have channels just as big as mine, and in many cases way bigger than my channel. And there are some people who have more subscribers and more comments maybe even than me, and somehow they seem to be able to keep up. More power to them. It's not the case with me, and I'm sorry about that. But I think between the live streaming and coming on here and doing live chats and interacting with all of you, anybody who wants to participate, that keeps the connection going. I think that's the most important thing you can do in a lot of ways, is keep that live interaction. But in addition to doing that, there's, as I say, there's the hearts, the like emojis, whatever you want to call them, to symbolize that I've seen your comment. Also, not every comment really warrants a response. In other words, what I mean by that is it's like sometimes people just be saying, I watched your video the other day, and it was a good video. Sometimes I'll write thanks, in some cases. Nothing else to say but thanks, 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 thanks. If someone asks a particular question, sometimes, like if they say, I had somebody the other day asking me a question about where he could possibly obtain a particular record that he saw in my video, and a lot of times for direct questions, I will answer them. Well, here's where you can get it, or I don't know where you can find it. I just got lucky. Somebody gave it to me, or whatever it is. I'll respond to those direct questions usually, but comments just like, hey, good work, Joe. Hey, nice video, good collection. Hey, I like those albums you showed. A simple heart down the lines, I think, suffices for all of those. But yeah, so what am I saying here? I'm twofold about this. On the one hand, I completely agree that it's very important to have a connection with your audience, to acknowledge your audience, not to make them feel like they're not being heard or they're not even being recognized. I think that's terrible, quite frankly. Everybody handles things differently. But I like, from day one, I've always liked to do that. But yes, in my case, to summarize, for me, I'm not saying it's for everybody, but for me, getting more of viewership has resulted in my not being able to always keep up with it. And as I said, just to summarize again, not every comment, when you have like hundreds of comments per video, is something that you have to necessarily give a detailed response to, you know. But I want everybody to know that I read the comments and I give them the heart because of that. So this is an interesting topic. I wonder how you people feel about it. Some people may feel that I have gotten a less personal interaction as years have gone on. Other people may think not. I don't know. It is what it is. I'm doing the best that I can, and I certainly appreciate all of you, and I certainly appreciate each and every comment I get. I want you to know that, okay? I think it's important that people, that their audiences know that they care and they appreciate it. Thanks.